Mrs. Aisha Buhari, wife of the Nigerian President, has called on Nigerian journalists to prioritize humanitarian reporting, given its global impact on conflict, especially on women and children, who are often the worst victims. She made the call during the 32nd anniversary of the Nigerian Association of Women Journalists in Abuja. NAN reports that the anniversary with the theme Leadership with a Difference, Setting the Pace for a Better Future, also launched an endowment fund for the girl child. Mrs. Buhari also called on individuals and organizations of goodwill to assist victims of humanitarian crisis. Mrs. Buhari was represented at the event by her daughter, Halima Buhari-Sheriff.
I'm highly impressed that the Nawaj has evolved as a formidable vanguard for not only women journalists, but for women in Nigeria and the sentinel for gender issues. I commend the executive of Nawaj under the leadership of Ladi Bala, the President, for considering me worthy of this award in recognition of my contribution to nation building, especially through my Future Assured program. I congratulate all the awardees as well and call on all people of goodwill to redouble our collective efforts towards extending humanitarian assistance to our growing vulnerable populations. I also use this opportunity to call on Nigerian journalists to prioritize humanitarian reporting in their regular reporting and commentary due to the global impact of conflicts, especially on women and children who are often the worst victims. I call on all people of goodwill to support government by joining the global movement to assist victims of humanitarian crisis. As President of African First Ladies Peace Mission, I dedicate this award to all the vulnerable people of Africa.
In her remarks, Nawaj President Ladi Bala said the association was created 32 years ago as a child of necessity to bridge the gap of marginalization. She said it was to access opportunities for capacity building in a hitherto male-dominated pen profession. Bala said Nawaj was bestowing the selected distinguished Nigerians with honor to serve as a stimulus and to spur other Nigerians to remain committed to the cause of nation building.
Nawaj, as a professional body, is a strategic tool in addressing gender inequality and advancing the cause of women development by creating awareness and giving visibility to such developmental issues in our society. 32 years down the line, I made bold to say the objectives of establishing Nawaj are gradually being realized judging by the increase in the number of women journalists and the quality of responsibility being handled by them. Development issues have not only occupied the front burner, but receiving the required attention and change for the better when compared with years past. Nawaj has equally constituted itself into a predatory group of a sort by demanding fairness, equity, good governance, and gender equality, among others. It is worthy of note that the best life one can live is the one you live for others. It is on this premise that I want to appeal to all to support Nawaj to continue to carry out programs and activities for the betterment of the society. Nawaj is willing to collaborate with institutions, bodies, and organizations in carrying out advocacy and sensitization on health issues such as cancer, VVF, malaria, as well as sexual and gender-based violence in our society. I am pleased to announce that Nawaj has entered into partnership with End Cervical Cancer Nigerian Initiative to reduce the burden of cervical cancer among women and girls in Nigeria.
Dame Pauline Tallen, Minister of Women Affairs, appealed to everyone to join Nawaj to provide succor to girl child who is left without hope as a result of insurgency, insecurity, and the negative effects of early marriage. Government alone cannot do it. With associations like NAWOJ, the over 15 million out-of-school children in Nigeria, majority of who are girls, can be curbed.
This anniversary is significant as it marks a milestone in redefining the objective of its existence as a woman's voice for those in the noble profession and supporting the progress of gender mainstreaming in the country. I'm also pleased to note that this event is holding on the heels of our historic visit to the National Assembly led by the Mother of the Nation yesterday, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Dr. Aisha Buhari, which was fully supported by the President and many of the members. I thank you all, and I thank all the great Nigerian women in this hall that came out in great numbers to register their support for the bill and to make our presence known. That was the highest level of advocacy. And I believe by the grace of God, as mothers of the nation, our children will not fail us.
Senator Biodun Olujimi, a former deputy governor of Ekiti State, called for the establishment of a center for the training of female journalists. She said women must decide to do things differently to move them and the nation forward.
We must be able to put a think tank together to look at the issue of educating our journalists. The biggest problem we have in our society now is that everybody believes they do not have and they do not need training to become journalists. We must be able to live up to the expectation of people so that as women, people can take us for what we are.